Welcome back to Captain of LIVESTREAM. My name is Nilaus and we're continuing on our glorious little colony here. And what we're going to do today is fixing one problem and one problem only. That's going to be this one, coal. So this is what often happens, not just with coal, but also with iron here. Iron has been completely mined out as well, and we're going to be filling up this iron mine again soon with other stuff. So we're seeing a problem with coal. So the problem is that we are mining, but every time they sort of just for a little bit go out of the area that is full of coal, then it drops so fast because I am using a lot of coal, and that's something we have to do with. So if we have coal issues, we have two things we can do. We can increase the coal production, or we can lower the coal consumption, and we're going to do both. So one thing is just making better digging areas here. That's an easy one. We don't really need to spend so much time on this, although we do have to do it right now because problems. That's one thing, but we do need to sort of dig down here, make some other stuff as well. And then the other one is this is using an awful lot of coal, and we'd like to get rid of that. This is our this is basically working 100%. Well, not really. Well, it's working at least half of it. So it's using at least 60 coal per minute, which is not nothing. And this is also using a lot. So what if we could get power to stop using coal, and we could get some coal in with a fancy contract? So I like contracts. Well, I don't like contracts, but I want to like contracts. So what are my options? Glass rocking chairs for coal? No, thank you. Cement for coal, yeah, maybe, or lab equipment. Well, we are kind of close to being done with the lab, so we could do this, but I actually think this one has a distinct advantage, and that advantage is the fact that it, let's see, where is it? Cement. Nope. Cement, like that. If we use a lot of limestone, use a lot of fuel gas, then we get 6 cement, and that means we're actually getting, we could even do hydrogen. Let's do hydrogen, because hydrogen makes less pollution. That's nice, marginal nice, but mainly that we have more hydrogen than fuel gas. So fuel gas can be made into hydrogen, so this is the perfect way. We're going to make hydrogen plus limestone. Limestone is just something we dig up out of the ground to make cement, and then go get that. So that is going to be the objective today. Plus we're going to build a nuclear power plant right here. So some of the things we need to do is get that space properly. What are we adding here? Right, we do not have any more mining for that location, but we do have the new iron mining starting over here. Right, so let's take a look at what I want to do. I want to build a big ship, because it's going to be a big one when we have when we're dealing with coal. Maybe that's a mistake, but whatever. Let's see, let's get it there. Seems like a good location. And then we are going to get let's see, we're going to get a module. Cement is a fixed one, unit module there, and then we're gonna get some loose module. We'll just make do with these. Here, and you know what? I will just get this going. Did I get it going? Yes, it is working. And then I will. Yeah. So I think we need to get all this going. This is expensive. But if we want to do assign a contract, I only have one contract, so we're going to get the other contract, the cement contract. We establish it. That's fine. And now it starts eating up our stuff. But that's not so bad. Assign contract, that one. There we go. And we just copy that all the way down. Yeah. So this is 360. So we need to build a design for this. It's so tempting to build. Let's slow it down a little bit. Loose storage has coal. Coal is actually a big problem. I feel I need to do this first. Yeah, I feel I need to do this first. Well, coal is still pretty bad, but it's getting a little bit better. So what we're going to do now is we are going to focus on the gas rotary kiln here. There we go. We're going to get, let's do 4 of these. There. Yes, so that's actually quite a lot. It's actually going to be 24 gas per minute. That's a little bit much, but we'll if we just have that perky attitude, I'm sure we'll get it. Alright, so I am going to take all of these and flip them. Because I want hydrogen actually out on the other side. And I want it to be... let's call it there. And then I will get a box for hydrogen because I have ulterior motives already. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is now the good number. That is going to be hydrogen. Just fill it up. And over on the other side, we are going to get that one. It's going to be the same place. So there. And that will be... it's easy to do this on a... let's see, how much is this? This is 18 plus 18. Oh, that's actually kind of a lot. So this won't actually be enough. I need to upgrade the belts. At least some of the belts. We'll upgrade all of them. We're rich right now. That'll probably pass. There. But the interesting thing is, this is a low quantity. I'll do the cheap one. Here and there. And then go all the way over. Here and in. And it gets better. Because at this point, I am actually going to change this ship to hydrogen. Isn't that amazing? So we'll get a hydrogen inbound here. And because then we can actually just do something like this. There we go. Then we can use hydrogen for that ship. I don't know why it sailed off into the sunset. Maybe it's supposed to do that. I don't know. This one is done. And then we just need to get things back into this location. That is not high quantity. Indeed, it is not. And I kind of regret the distance I have put it at because I have now built it one too close, and I can take all this out and make it ever so slightly closer. Ooh, that was not a good idea because then this is going to be a problem. Let me just try that as well because there are 5 here and that's never good. 5 is not good. No, it's not good. So I'm going to leave a little bit. Cargo ship low on fuel. Well, of course it's low on fuel. You silly. That is going to be... let's do fast belts for this. And then the idea is that these will all come competitively into this. There. There. And then that goes into a gigantic big box of goodies right there. Yeah? Sure. Like that. Yeah, closer. And that's definitely going to be enough because I'm not going to be unloading it so fast. And then we just get the rest in here and this one in here. And all we need is taking care of smokestacks. And then we'll probably also need a lot more limestone than what we are currently processing there. And this one will also do an alert. Great. I think this is done. Let's build it. Damn, I love that we can just build stuff now. Coal, happiness. Coal of happiness. So obviously we're not getting any anything yet. We'll just do the saver. It's still a lot. Oh, wow, there's a lot of extra workers. But that's fine. We just get our sailors to become sailors somewhere else. Come over here. So cargo ship low on fuel. That's fine. We'll get it in here. And in the meantime, we can take a look at our coal situation. It's gotten better, for sure. Low on iron ore. Why? Shouldn't you be doing great over here? Oh, maybe I actually need to also do that. So that it's when it slides down, it'll also be taking that out. I think that's a good idea. Not that it's what keeps us up at night. There we go. What is another thing that I want to do is because I was given the special Founders Edition thing by the developers. Thank you for that. And there's this thing here. I don't know what it does, but we'll slap it down and see what it does. So that's going to be another little side project today. Do I want to place it here or here? I don't know. What is it going to do? I don't know. Let's build it here. So this is expensive. Let's just keep it going and then see what it does. Stage 1. All right, we have our build or our belt all the way over. which will get us cargo ship low on fuel. Yes, of course it's low on fuel because we're not really, and we also have low. What? Didn't it say low? Oh, low hydrogen, but not this one. This is not the low hydrogen. This is the fine hydrogen. So it just needs to be brought over here. Get it going. Limestone is probably also going to need a hell of an upgrade here. Lots of hydrogen. Yes, ship is out of fuel. We'll get there. And it needs to go a little bit more up. So this will get here. I think there shouldn't be a problem with it, right? This is available for pickup. So it's just a matter of, extremely busy. Well, it will get there. So let's just make sure that we wait a little bit, and then I'm sure this will just be happy. So the ship here is almost ready to set sail for the first time, heading out to faraway land to do a contract and come back. So there we go. So because this one takes, I've set it to running here on a 6 months cycle here, plus 2 months for unloading, then unloading and reloading. That means it'll be on an 8 month cycle. And if you look at this one, it'll be 1544, 1548. If there was 1600, then it would be 200 per divided by, well, if you take this and divide by 8, then it would be 200 per month, and that's pretty good. That's a full Mark II belt, but not a. So we're building a Mark III belt. Unfortunately, what's also happened in the meantime is all of this stuff is bad. So things are kind of blocked because we are not able to really get rid of stuff fast enough. We are also just digging up a lot of junk here, and that needs to be dealt with. At least we are sort of in a good enough position on coal, and I think that all this is, all this is still fine. It's just that we don't have enough vehicles transporting. So what I have queued up is eventually, after this very, very expensive mega excavator is done, then I've queued up some more vehicles to help us on this. Cargo ship is low on fuel. Yeah, I mean, that's just because you're waiting for things to come in. This is a problem, but it's not really, really a problem, right? It's not really, really a problem because it's kind of self-correcting. In a while, we'll have this done. I have removed, this one was, this gold mine was just digging up so much dirt that wasn't really useful. So I've taken a few of these down, and this, you can see how many are still queued up to just unload the dirt. Eventually, when the gold is full, then this whole thing will just stall. I also had to stop this one. This was a bad idea to start with, but you know, we'll get it going at some point as well. But I don't think that we want it right now. We want to make sure that everything else is working, because just dragging out 600 concrete and 500 construction parts is going to sort of, first of all, use some trucks for delivering this. Second of all, it's going to use a lot of construction materials and concrete that needs then to start up production in a big manner, and that's going to be a problem as well. So that was a little bit of an oopsie. This is also a little bit annoying because that's our, well, it's just our slag ship. So it's not a flagship, it's a slag ship. It's ready to go, but not coming in anytime soon. Our ship is coming back. That was pretty much the talk here, and then we'll see that it gets unloaded and it gets put in here. This is great. Do we have anything stored for the next round? Well, not full. Eventually this will also just fill this one up, and now we just have it running all the way through, and down here, and go in, and then it merges back into this line. Then the question becomes, which one is the primary? I would say that my primary comes from my mining location, and then the secondary comes from this. So I will now treat this as secondary. I could also balance them out so that I'll be putting a little bit less load on this part and a little bit more load on something else. Then we can also do, this one is also just generating an awful lot of rocks that need to be there. High priority, need to get rid of that. So that's because we are actually digging out a lot of rocks here, and well, just a lot of rocks everywhere. So what I can do is I can do this, because now we put a barrier here so we can dig deeper, and that should get us a less ratio of, there we go, a smaller ratio of, or a better ratio of coal to rocks. Because this one, if I get 6 coal and then 53 rocks, then that means that those 53 rocks need to be picked up by someone else out of this one and out of this one, and I've marked these as priority 7, so they go before all of this junk. So as long as there's still something in these boxes, oh yeah, that needs to be picked up urgently. And therefore now we should see them come over here, and then they start digging out coal. That means there's going to be less junk. That means that less of our vehicles will be allocated to just emptying these boxes, and more will then be allocated to actually doing the rest of the stuff that needs to be done in the base. As soon as we see that this one is full and our trucks will now go into idle position, the coal trucks will go into idle position, it doesn't really take much, then we should start seeing all of these issues slowly dissipate. Low ore here. Well, why is it low ore, by the way? It shouldn't be. I am puzzled by that. They shouldn't be low, but it may be because they are... they're not really prioritizing the iron. That's always the problem. When they get upgraded, they forget their prioritization. There. So we'll prioritize iron ore for this one. High supply of rock. That is... Oh, low supply of rock. This one needs to be upgraded to a bigger box. Should be obvious because just keeping this one flowing all the time. And yeah, this is... recyclables is a problem, but it's mainly a problem that this is barely keeping up, right? This is barely keeping up. Let's make sure that one gets prioritized outbound. There we go. Let's get rid of all of this. Is it actually a throughput issue? No, it's not a throughput issue. This one is outputting as fast as it can. It's getting in as fast as it can. And I think that it's actually fast enough now, but it might not continue to be like that. In the meantime, we are not getting this one filled up because it takes a while for it to fill up, and then somehow one of them is not unloading as fast as the other one. That's actually interesting. Why this one? Oh, because the other one are on longer belts, and therefore I don't know. It's weird. Like this, it's just weird. Oh, that's because it's the wrong way. Ha, silly. Yeah. Okay, so this one isn't going out because it wasn't unloaded. Oops. Well, it'll go out as soon as it unloads, and then we'll get some more iron on this lane. And if we look at it, then it's just filling up because it's only as backup right now. Or I can flip it if I want to do something else. But it works as backup. Stuff like acid, not a problem. We just need to let this go for a little bit, and then once we stabilize, it's time for us to build or start looking at the nuclear power here. Alright, so it's time for the nuclear power to be built, and we're going to start by making a ship, and that's going to be, well, the ships are always the same, so we can make it, let's see, can I make it here? Can I make it? Why can I make it so close? That's weird. I don't think I should be able to make it closer than this. Huh, but this is a cargo ship 4, great. Do I have a cargo ship? No, I do not. Well, there is luckily a good way to do that. Actually, I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3. I should have a ship. All right. This one will just be getting loose modules here. There we go. I think I'll let it be a diesel ship this time around. Then we are going to get it into a box. That's going to be a big box, because it's going to be a big box. There we go. That's why. And none of these need to be particularly fast, so we can actually, this is just fine, unloading at 60. This will not be a fast build. This will just be a slow and steady, and fill it up and then make sure that it doesn't run out. So that's going to be uranium ore. Good. Let's get this one built first. I think this is fine. Probably is. I have no idea. Oh, this one did not get built. Why not? Ew. Is it Unity? No? Oh, what? Oh, it's concrete. Oh, construction. Oh, no. And, okay, so we are needing to release some of this. There we go. Right, so this is going to take a little bit of time for this one to get in because it's the concrete. And we are kind of busy doing concrete stuff up here. This is almost completed. Just 100 more. And then we're all good to go. I don't think I want to wait for this. I think I'll actually just do a little bit of quick trade here, there, and then just bump this one in. There we go. So we can see this one, what it does when it is completed. All right, this shipyard is done. That's great. I don't like the fact that the trash looks a little bit weird out here. It has a flatter slope than the rocks, but this is going to be Trash Island. All right, you're done. Get it done. And we should see a ship coming. Oh, not enough workers. All right, we're gonna just have to, well, you know what, we're gonna be upgrading our city, so let's just do that. There we go. I don't know what to take out, but something needs to go right now. Let's just kill our science facility again. It's always the science facility that goes first, and this one goes out now to pick up, oh, I need to do the reduction thing. Then it'll go out and get some uranium for this one to get started. And let's go up here for this part. Is it done? No, it takes forever to just the completion. So what are we gonna do in the meantime? We're gonna be cheating because why are we, what would we want to do with in terms of the nuclear power? Well, I've done a video that details the nuclear power already. You can find it somewhere on my channel. And instead I can just go in and say, shouldn't I have one that's already really cool here? Yes, I do. There we go. That's already cool and already working. So let's just build that one. And if you're, we will go through what it does, but I'm not going to go through how to design it. So this does everything. Isn't that awesome? Let's see. This one is something and this one is something else. So this is the excess going back out. I think that must be brine, excess brine, I think. Yes, and this one is water, seawater coming in. So that needs to be done as well. That means I can actually get the seawater in here. 1, 2, 3. And just drag it out. And somewhere like this. And how much seawater do we need? I think we only need 1, but I'm not 100% sure. Because I think that it actually is very, very close to neutral. And collision with the pillar. Well, that's kind of stupid. There. Seawater pump. Yeah, collision with something else. So we'll build it out here. And I guess we'll drag it that way then. Yeah, 1, 2. This is going to be coming in at probably the right speed. That one. And that needs to go in. Oh no! No, stop that! Stop, 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 stop. Oh no, this should not be built. Definitely not this part at least. Because this is the one we wanted to replace, yes? So replace that. And this one also needs to be replaced. That needs to be replaced. Okay, good. So let's get that one out. Whew, it's complicated. And I guess it's because I must press that Control B thing. Here, and here, and... there, so that goes in. That should be fine. And this will go out. One, 2, 3. I'll just keep it up in this height for now. What the hell happened at that one? Oh, it's... and I'm gonna get that one in here. And then I'm gonna be giving a liquid dump. Yeah. It goes up to that one, and you're going to be ditching brine. Probably not going to work anytime soon. Alright, and the last one is... yay, we got some uranium. This uranium doesn't have to go fast, it just has to go. So I just go up here and go into that one. Sweet. That means we can now take all this out. Okay, so this nuclear power plant, what does it do? This is the core part of it. And we need to get it going on this side first here, because this is the stuff that actually works. The way it follows is, let me just try and build things along the way. Uranium ore comes in, it goes into a crusher where it gets, you guessed it, crushed into powder, I guess it's called, crushed uranium. Then it goes in together with some acid that we get up from here. That goes in here and becomes some yellow cake and some toxic slurry. Toxic slurry. And the toxic slurry goes back here, gets combined with, or this is the slag going out, which will go back into that box. Then we also have, this one is something we need the filter medium, I guess. Yes, filter medium coming in. Awesome. And then the yellow cake goes out, goes out, goes out, goes out, goes into these two locations. Oh, crap. We are running out of resources. Well, we'll do the usual. That one. Okay. Still positive. Oh. Well, you don't need to work right now, so you can be idling. Cool, but these are not going to work. They get the yellow cake, half the yellow cake for each. The cake is a lie. And then we get some hydrogen fluoride acid thing. That's all the rest of this crap here. This is the hydrogen fluoride. It gets a hydrogen fluoride from rocks and acid. Oh, I don't know. And then it goes out here. This will be coming out as depleted uranium, which we put in the big box. Not this one, though. I want to make a smaller one. I don't want to be... I know we're going to upgrade it at some point, but I am running short on everything. So we'll need to do this. And let's get a medium-sized one. There we go. That should be... good. Oh, right. Something else that I was wondering about. We got this one. So, let's upgrade. Woohoo! Alright, so this upgrade to level 2, it's like a pyramid thing. So we just keep upgrading this one and just figure out where it goes, where it takes us, how many levels it needs to go. At least we can sort of... the maximum must be like some kind of pyramid shape. So, that should be the maximum we can expect. Anyway, I'll just be building all of this, and it's going to take an awful long time before all of this gets in. I will start getting this one in first, because then we can, as you can see here, they start getting all of this. And if we can process some of the enriched uranium, get the enriched uranium in here, then we can actually get some uranium rods, and then we can get ready for actually starting it. Much time has passed, and we are now in the process of, or in the situation where we can build all of this. I have just exactly managed to find enough resources. Workers here, there's 80 for this one and 10 for this one. We can see that here there's a nice stockpile, 32, because this nuclear reactor needs, it does say something like it requires at least 16 to operate. So how does this work? Well, it works the way this power plant works is I'm going to turn off this, because this has 3 stages, well, 4 stages, stage 0, 1, 2, and 3. And each of them correspond to one of these being turned on. I don't want all of this working at the 1/3 capacity, because then it sort of stutters on and off. So I want one column to be working at 100%, and then when we scale it up, then we get the next one. This is going to be a little bit tricky, because it... I'm going to get you in here. The trickiness part about this is that, well, it needs to just go slowly on board here. So we'll start this one up, and it'll start getting the water inbound. It'll continuously burn through the water. It's not like it goes in and then it makes one build. It just keeps, you can see here, this one drops and then goes a little bit up. So this is like a constant demand for water inbound, and also a constant flow of steam outbound. That's very nice. That goes out on 2 very, very fast belts here. And then this is the backup in case something is about to blow up. Then we'll just vent whatever we have. And it goes in and starts warming up these. These are now, if we look at this priority, they are priority 3. And I will now go to my old power plant. They are priority 4, 4, 4, and 4. And I will then mark everything here to be auto-balancing, because otherwise it won't stop consuming. So I want it to be auto-balancing, and then realizing that there's a new power in town, and that will demand all of the attention. Each of these columns makes 30 megawatt of power, and I'm consuming a little bit more than 30. So whether we want 2 of them online or just one of them online, I think we'll just get one of them online, and then we'll just switch on the second one, just because once we get the whole thing going. But this needs to sort of reach stability. That's what we have now. This is it's reached stability. It is a process that goes back. It takes the steam here. The steam goes into this one, 96. It's interesting that I have... Oh, right. The reason why I don't have all of it being converted is because some of it is actually, when you go down here, some of it goes in to these ones and actually use some of the depleted steam to make more water. And it doesn't make as much water, like it's a little bit of steam, a little bit of seawater, and a little bit of that, but it's still pretty good. Wow, that was the best belt used for that. That was kind of silly. And these will sometimes work when there's enough steam pressure here. And that means this one is going to be our sort of backup, because this is taking the seawater, this is taking extra seawater in, and also using an electric boiler just to get the steam for this. But we'd rather be using this one for all of it, because then you can get this, use the steam for making more water. And it's self-balancing through the use of this one, where it prioritizes the input coming from the wastewater treatment, because hey, it generates water. And then this priority out is of course into the electric boiler, because if this stops then nothing works. Over here we have the water coming in, we are prioritizing the input from these locations here, and then the second location is on a smaller pipe, which is just supposed to supplement, because there is a little bit of loss here, and then this will just be full of water and then be ready to fill it up if these two are not full, and then sort of just pushing it in a little bit here so that we keep the water flowing. Nice. I don't like that this one has a little warning, because it shouldn't have a warning. What we should be doing now is activating the next one. So do I activate it first, or do I don't even know. It'll probably be at the same time. So that one goes up here, and then that one goes on pause. So now it's producing 192 megawatt of power, and it goes out, and then it activates the second pipe. And these ones are not set balanced, there are no flywheels. The reason why there are no flywheels is because with this nuclear power plant, it can't scale up and down. It's working at this rate, and that's just how much power. So now it's producing 60 megawatt of power, and that's just it. That should also mean that dude, you should not be doing anything. Out of bounds, out of bounds, out of bounds, out of bounds. Okay, can you just, okay, they're still I guess these flywheels are, there we go. Please stop. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see this empty. Okay, so take stock of the situation. We are digging out a lot of stuff here. Still working a lot, but now it's not so critical. If we start dropping here, we will supplement with all of our contracted inbound here. And yeah, they're ready to go out, but this is now in an idle position, which is amazing. I want this to be idle. Because it is a backup, and our nuclear power plant is running and working and awesome, and we have a monstrous amount of uranium. Let's even go so far as to say if it drops below 50, there's still a warning at me. Why is this one going out? Ooh, oh, because there's not enough to pick up. So this is fine. Everything is working awesomely. That's a word. And what are we going to do from here? Well, now that we have power, it feels a little bit safer to go into the processor part. A small little thing I also built was this here, the washing machines, which is absolutely rough on our build. There's also a little bit of a big problem with in terms of wood, because we are making a stupid amount of glass rocking chairs. So just scaled up a little bit on this area here, trying to expand it a little bit out here, trying to get this one to expand a little bit, just desperately trying to get more. Yeah, and that will also, of course, put a little bit more pressure on the sapling production here. So all in all, we're in a really good position, and we're ready to take another step up the ladder, the tech tree ladder, because as we go here, and then we have to, well, we do have to work on the next tech level, and we can do that, and we have 0 workers left. So that is how to solve the nuclear problem, or the coal problem, by just adding another source of coal and lowering the demand for coal by replacing it with nuclear power. So I hope you found this entertaining, engaging, instructive, and all that good stuff, and just been generally all around pleased. If you have, leave a like, comment, and I'll see you guys next episode. Remember, I am streaming this on Mondays on Twitch TV/Nilaus at 8 PM Central European Time. Other days I'm streaming other stuff, but that is when I'm streaming Captain of Industry, for as long as it's fun for you and me. If you want access to the save games and blueprints and all that good stuff, that is for patron supporters. So if you are a patron supporter, then you get access to this. If you're not, well, that's you can just still look at this and build it as you want. Thank you very much, all you patron supporters, everyone who's watching, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, take care and stay effective.